medicine is a special discipline. Okay, from the moment you wake up in the day, you are listening to people. People's problems, literally. And people are looking at you to really help them get solutions. People want to feel better. People want to get back to being fit and healthy and to do the things they love. So they come to us. So meaning God has really entrusted us with a very huge responsibility to partner with Him to do the healing. So it's sometimes it's draining.
You get big-headed, clients.
I get all kinds of clients.
But I'm not big-headed, am I? No, I'm not. I'm good.
You repeated yourself. But I get all kinds of clients. Yes. And the most important thing, of course, is that we are humans still, as a doctor. But you try to put aside the emotional bit of you and just try to be professional
and listen
and be able to listen and be able to really help, whether it's a pregnant woman, whether it's a couple trying to conceive, whether it's just a lady who has issues that she wants to solve, or a man as well who wants so I believe there are many doctors out there who really experience, and sometimes you hear doctors being rude and being tough. And I think that is not fair.
Yeah, I would complain as well if I walk into a hospital and someone is rude. I would not come back.
That wouldn't be fair, because you have walked in there because you want help. Right? You are in a very vulnerable state, so you trust the person attending to you is going to have your best interests at heart. So, but I want you to understand that these are humans. These are people who have life going on for them.
Should we say they're overwhelmed?
It depends. It depends on where you find the person, for example. I know of the places where really someone enters into the clinic and they barely have a meal until the end of the shift. Yeah, very hectic. And it's and you try to walk out of the consultation room, but then you're seeing 20 people waiting and looking at you and wondering, what are you going to do?
They only want you specifically. Exactly, those ones who want you.
Yeah, but like I said, it's really a special calling that sometimes you pray for strength to be able to maneuver some of these challenges and to still give your patients 100%. Me, personally, if I'm not giving you 100%, I would rather not show up. You get it? Because I want you to have the best version of me to handle you. You get it? And even during our trainings, we're told the same. If you're not ready to give 100%, you might as well not be there. You get
just,
it?
Back off.
It's okay for you to say today I'm not fine, and it's possible for the hospital to get someone who is able to give 100%. So I think but doctors really do go through a lot. They have to.
They're human beings, as you've said.
We're not superheroes. We are not really. We're humans, but with knowledge, and I think that's of course what makes us now different, is that we deal with vulnerable people and people who are helpless, people who really want to feel better. Okay, so you have a bit of an upper hand to. If you misuse that trust, you can cause harm to this person.
Either pray for the person to get better or treat them to get better.
Don't miss on U24.
Entrepreneurs Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization and so much more. Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium and large business entity. With yours truly, Sandra Kahonde.
Don't miss on U24.
Entrepreneurs Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization, and so much more. Entrepreneurs have a growing
Don't miss on U24.
Entrepreneurs Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization, and so much more. Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium, and large business entity. With yours truly, Sandra Kahonde.
My name is Raja. I'm a music producer and I'm an artist as well. I'm proud of my country. I love my country, the security, the stability, and the peace. Everyone out there, I welcome you to the land of happiness, Uganda. I'm proud of my country, so help us, oh God. True.
U24.
Tuesday 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. here on U24 Television. My name is John Vianny Ayebare. I'm the host for this evening. And this evening we are discussing a very interesting topic. And I know most of you have fallen victim to this. Fraud and scams behind the minds of the modern financial masterminds. We interrogate why fraudsters and scammers have continued to flourish even when we say we have access to technology and we have much better means through which we can detect fraud. But I have a panel with me whom I'm very happy that they are very able to take us through this topic this evening. And starting from my neighbor, I have Justin Patience Nakitende. She's a court clerk. You're welcome, Patience, on the checkpoint.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. And next, I have Amanya Kajojo. He is a CEO of Legit Recruitment Consultants. You're welcome, Asha, on the checkpoint.
Thank you, the moderator. Good evening, viewers.
Then next, I have Owoyesigire. He is a deputy spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan Police. You're welcome, sir, again on the checkpoint.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you indeed. And I want to start with you immediately on the issue of fraud and scams. What are those concepts?
Well, the concept we know is that of fraud. It is a case. It is a crime. And in many cases, it involves forging documents. It involves obtaining money through false pretenses. It involves a lot of things. Basically, people being tricked to sell their land, people being tricked to buying land that is not there, people being tricked to make investments that are not tangible, There are a lot of investment schemes that are in nature, scams, and also involve fraud. It's quite a lot, and I believe it is one of the biggest, I would say, areas where Ugandans lose a lot of money. Ugandans lose a lot of money through scams and fraud. And many of these fraud cases are very hard to detect, even for those who will consult the normal procedures, like if you're buying land, you will consult and they will tell you this land is in the names of this person. And you go and purchase it is in the name of that person. But after the purchase, you will find that, yes, it is in the name of that person, but the ID or the picture does not belong to that to that person that sold to you. So it is a challenge. We have put a lot of effort as the Uganda Police, putting up desks to investigate specifically cases of fraud, to also investigate cases of land that involve fraud. And
I want to be coming to those measures later on, especially on what Uganda Police has done, because you're saying it is very hard to detect. But we want to know, as it is hard to detect, how we'll be able to detect. But let me first go to Asha. Asha, you're a CEO of a recruitment agency, and I hope I'm very correct on that. Most of the youth in Uganda, they are very much willing to fall victim of fraudsters in terms of employment. What do you make of fraud in your field?
Thank you, the moderator. In the human resource context, fraud would be obtaining unlawful benefit, most times money, through deception or forgeries, putting up wrong adverts and wrong offer letters, and targeting desperate youth who are in search of jobs or financial gains.
So you find a company which does not exist has advertised positions, which of course automatically also don't exist at all.
Yes, and of lately it's becoming challenge because non-existent companies have online offices. They do operate through social media. They are able to advertise, they are able to reach out to their target audiences and convince them, put a lot of pressure on them, and they end up falling victims.
I see. Thank you. And now I'm going to come to Patience to take us through the youth perspective on the concept of fraud. Why are the youth very much willing to dive deeper into those amazing opportunities, sometimes which look too good to be true? But meanwhile, we are streaming live on YouTube. You could search U24 Television and be able to follow this conversation on YouTube, and then send us a comment or a question. We'll be able to read it in the course of this conversation. But we're also streaming live on TikTok. You could also search U24 TV, and you'll be able to follow this conversation live. And you could send us comments as well, contributions and questions, and we shall be able to read them in the course of this conversation. Patience, what's the concept of fraud in the youth perspective? Why is it that the youth, you're very much willing to dive deeper into those schemes which look too good to be true?
First of all, good evening to you all viewers. For the youth, I'm part of the youth and I know what it means to be frauded at my age. Well, it starts with...
I don't know they have been frauded before.
I have. So it starts with social groups. You see, you find that these people that have these investments, the crypto they go through these churches, like gatherings. For example, churches, schools, they go through maybe the staffs, the teachers, they go and come like they're bringing an idea, so the school or the church welcomes them. So some people, you find that in their churches, maybe if they see that their pastor has accepted them into the church, so they are also going to follow up such people. And you also find that others, because of liking or loving good things, for example, someone maybe starts posting cars, posting themselves driving cars. Maybe you find that they're working in these car selling sort of businesses. So you find people posting cars, posting expensive trips. So someone says, so if you want to be like this, there is an account. You start depositing money. The more you deposit, the more you what?
The more you earn.
You earn. Or you find that if you invest in this, it's going to multiply 3 times or how many times. So you find that the youth, instead of looking for a job, is attracted to this. Maybe they told them it's going to generate or maybe multiply in 7 days. So they're like, 7 days only, I'll get my money. So they invest.
To be a very rich man in just 7 days.
Or you find others investing. First time, they get the benefits. Second time, they get the benefits. Then the third time, they invest everything, and then nothing comes back. So that is all scam or fraud. And also you find that youths at my age, people want to buy land in different places. Elders keep on telling the youth, Muguletaka, buy land. So you find that someone wants to badly buy land. So if someone wants to badly buy land, they'll go to these brokers. And when they go to the brokers, maybe they trust the broker. They tell them, you go to lands and maybe make for me a search. Then we usually see these things. Then when they make a search, a man comes back to you with a plain paper, just a plain paper having the name of that person, and you also trust that person that
as pretending to be a search result from
yes, and you find that people are not educated on maybe how the searches are conducted. So they come back and they say, the search was made, this was it, I trust my broker, and then they end up buying a certain land 3 times, or the 3rd time you find that it has like 3 people that bought it at the same price at different intervals. So all those maybe forgery documents. You find that someone forges to be a CEO of a certain company, and he pretends to be recruiting certain people, and he says maybe bring a certain amount. So the youths are running to such opportunities, but what's causing it? It's unemployment, being lazy, and also maybe people trust too much certain opportunities. When they see new things, they want to go with the rhythm.
They want to jump on such new things. Thank you very much. Those who are watching, I see some feedback is coming in, but I will not read it now. I will preserve it for the near future. I want to go to Luke to tell us, before you tell us about what police is doing, first highlight to us those key indicators, because she has highlighted what happens as youth get defrauded and all that. What are those indicators which someone can see and say, this is likely to be a fraud, this is likely to be a scam?
So we'll first go and give you some statistics about cases related to fraud. And we have land fraud cases. We registered in 2025 663 land fraud cases, compared to 2024 where we registered 397. That shows that there is an increase.
Over 600
over
1 year.
Over 50% increase. We later on had issues of bank and other corporate frauds. There were 55 cases. There was a decrease from 2024. That is 94 cases that were registered. Forgeries, we had 817. Now, these forgeries and counterfeits are also used in a way of scamming members of the public. We had obtaining money by false pretenses. That is, I'll give in a scenario where we shall understand, like the way my colleague here was saying, there are companies that come up, advertise that they take or export labor, and then pull a big number of people, and in a way obtain money from them and they don't take them. So such people come to us and report cases. Currently, we have an ongoing, I don't know what to call it, bickering, people just talking out there.
Too much. Before you go there, was that data for Kampala only or for?
It is for the whole country, yes. You find that people now are talking about some of these applications where people are making investments. But you know, if you're going to make any security,
the area where she was scammed,
if you go and make any security investment, you know what they call securities, investing in securities. You have to consult a number of organizations. We have Bank of Uganda that sells bonds. We also have they call the CMA. Capital Markets Authority.
Or a lawyer like me,
you consult such people. We have the Securities Exchange. I've forgotten the other how that gets done, but there is a whole platform, there are whole websites which you consult and know that these people are regulated. These people are registered to trade in securities, to trade in investments, and you invest in such. Because if something doesn't go right, there is where to complain, but you'll find people are investing in websites which don't even have
physical offices.
Leave alone physical offices. They don't even have what do they call these things? Databases here in the country. They are based maybe in Brazil. They are based in other countries, Cambodia, and someone is there investing in that. People don't make research. People come and employ some TikTokers. The TikToker will come out. This thing is good. Please invest. People will invest. You'll find that other people have benefited from it, but I think that is a scam, a pyramid scam in the long game. We have had this organization called, what do they call it? These people who sell drugs. You asked about it last time when we were here.
AIM Global.
AIM Global. Scamming people. Just like that. And people, you arrest AIM Global managers this week. After 2 months, you find other people have still invested. You get? So people are so addicted to scams. It is why I was saying that in many cases it is hard to detect some of these land fraud cases. Is many of us do research on top. We don't go in depth to make research and know whether this is a good idea for me to invest in or not. Now, I was talking about an issue of the land. People will just do an investigation on top and find out whether this land belongs to this person. But they don't go further to identifying
where did he get it from, how did he get it
from, do I consult the chairman in the area? If I've consulted the chairman in the area, is this the actual chairman in this area? Have you made that research? Because those land fraudsters also know how to plant chairman. And they go, you consult the fraudster.
Take a certain chairman who didn't get a
line behind. Don't go in depth to invest. You find someone trusting almost $500 million to someone and they don't have security for that. So I believe we do offer some services as police, some investigations and give some investigative reports. There are many land, rather plots in the country that have ongoing cases in courts of law. If you consult land department, they can tell you. If the cases don't reach land departments, you can also consult us, the area police, and they can also give you that information. But in many cases, it needs someone who's patient. If you're going to make a land purchase, take like a month when you're investigating.
Thank you very much. Yes. I'm going to come to Asha to speak to us on further recruitment and the tricks, because as a person who is engaged in recruitment, you could be knowing those tricks where people defraud others and the caution to take. But I will take a chance also to comment on what Owoyesigire said, that if you're buying land, you must be very cautious, because even if you came to a lawyer like me, or you ran to court that you have been defrauded, court will ask you whether you did your due diligence very well. Did you go to the chairman, as he was saying? Because courts have said land is not vegetable. For vegetable, you can go to Owino, Nakasero, wherever, Nakawa market, you buy and go home. You don't care where this person has got vegetables from. But for land,
fraudsters will say, will put you on pressure. This land is going to be taken.
It's going to be taken.
Don't be put on pressure because that is your money.
Absolutely. So land is not vegetable. For it is a serious purchase. You must invest in the investigation to find out. So over to you, Asha. Why is it that fraudsters are able to flourish in the recruitment area?
When you mention of recruitment, this is an area to do with someone looking for a job, and a job means survival. They are looking for what to put a meal on their table. So most youth in search for jobs end up being desperate, and they end up being victims to scammers and conmen. Most of the scammers are taking advantage of the free social media, where someone wakes up and opens up an account and names it whichever organization they need. Someone is able to open up a page and call it UBC, call it U24 Television, and be out there on social media, put adverts, put whichever information they need.
We can be here when there is another Asha Kajojo on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen accounts of President Museveni.
Yes.
Owoyesigire, you may search and find another Owoyesigire.
So what they do, they actually do copy and paste. Whatever is running on the UBC or whatever is running on my account as Asha Kajojo, they will copy and also paste on their pages. So it becomes difficult for the end user to distinguish between which is actually the right page and which is the wrong page. You asked of how they can go about it. The best way is for everyone to consider verification. Before you trust any recruiter out there, try to do the due diligence, then also try to do verification. I would discourage anyone from taking up an offer from someone who is putting a lot of terms, someone who's putting you on a lot of pressure. Because most
jobs are going to be taken, you know?
Yes. Most scammers come with that urgency. They tell you we have only one spot left and we have 50 applicants. We would like to consider you. So if you want to be considered, send this. Another person, they will try to show you the urgency. Someone else is sending, but if you send now, we shall consider you first. So I would discourage anyone searching a job from being on that tension from someone disguising to employ them.
You've talked of due diligence. What kind of due diligence can be done for your companies which employ to ensure that this is genuine?
Like he said before, there are so many organizations, there are so many bodies where you can consult. You yourself talked of consulting from a land fellow. When in our sector, we are regulated by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development. So for anyone intending to secure a job abroad, I would encourage them to check with the Ministry of Labour. See, is that office, is that agency trying to secure your job? Are they licensed by the ministry? Are they operating legally? Do they have an office? Can you walk in their office? So there are so many means to actually
Is there like a website where one can find all the registered recruiting agencies, or where you can insert the name and be sure that this is a registered agency?
Yes, yes. The ministry actually has in place a system called EMIS, that website.
EMIS, that is E?
EMIS, I think it is...
EMIS?
Yeah, EEMIS. So that is the system where the ministry actually uploads all the licensed recruitment companies.
Okay, so if you're planning to go abroad tomorrow, please check on that site and be sure that the company which is taking you is licensed. And if it is licensed, it is not suspended, because it might be suspended and for you think you're being taken by a legitimate employer. But here I have some feedback. Businge Adieri, thank you for watching. I see you are watching, following us very well. Thank you very much. And then we have Rosette Nakabiri. He's saying, Mr. Asher, we appreciate your services at Legit Recruitment Consultants. And then Davis is saying, thanks Legit for the services, they appreciate. Mark Triazarwa is a panelist here on the checkpoint sometimes. He's saying that there is a corruption in police at its peak, and you may end up losing more money, which could be used as a recovery plan. Is that so? Luke is going to tell us. He was giving us status report. But we have another feedback from Anita Kankwasa. Enlightenment is very necessary. Thank you so much. Yes, awareness is important. Mark Riazaro is saying the biggest percentage of people going of modern slavery are illiterate and desperate. Is that true, Asha? That people who are scammed, who end up in modern slavery?
I would not say that is true. There is some bit of it, but maybe we could talk of ignorance, the ignorant, because even literate people are scammed. Even professors, sometimes ministries or governments are defrauded. So it is not to do entirely with the illiterate people, but maybe what it's trying to do is most of the people who fall victims are the illiterate people, because sometimes they are unable to do the right and proper due diligence.
Thank you very much. The other feedback is saying most recruitment agencies scamming meet all the legal requirements, that the scammers usually are well registered. But if an entity is well registered and has scammed you, the way we have the remedy to report to police so that Owoyesigire can handle that matter, is there other regulatory measures? Like, I've not been taken abroad, you've taken my money, but you've not recruited me.
I would say that's not true. There is no one who is licensed who has immunity to defraud people. In the first place, what people do not know, that there are conditions. We put security, we put a bank guarantee. In case someone is scammed by a licensed company, then they can easily go to the Ministry of Labor, report, and the ministry will automatically recover the money. So I would say that it is not possible for someone to do fraud and they are licensed and they continue to operating.
Thank you for that clarity.
Thank you.
That means there is money in the bank. A bank guarantee means these companies have put money in the bank to guarantee that they are going to offer you the services which they promise to give you. If you pay, get the receipt, get the documentation. If they don't deliver, go to the ministry such that they are able to recover your money. Serugu Osbat is saying, thank you, CEO Legit. They are impressive. They are impressed that you are truly informed about these recruitment issues. Triahe Waroni is also appreciating the JIT. Then we have Mark is insisting that companies which steal are those which are licensed. But Mark, now you're going to give us maybe tangible evidence. You're going to tell us a company and you give us a person who has complained, such that perhaps some of us could get what to do from here.
Mark is not far from it. You see, these companies have employees. And you can have an employee inside there who's not going to be part of your agenda or vision when his or her own vision is totally different. They will go recruit several people and scam them in the name of the company, even issue receipts in the name of the company that is fully licensed. So we have seen it with this formerly big company called Middle East Consultants. We have seen it with many big companies. So it might not be the vision of a director, but within the company itself, there are employees whom we have on several occasions as police arrested. The evidence that is there is that of the company that is licensed, and many of them are even registered as their agents. So he's not far.
He's not far from it. I've got now that angle. That angle is indeed very possible.
Yes.
Then we have Ramadan Jovan is saying Uganda has no functional. We have functional organs, including ministries, police, and all that. They are functional. If you want to doubt, you could test. But Businga Dieri is saying, how is the police force leveraging technology to track modern fraudsters faster?
Well, that is a very good question. Specifically on the issue of the fraudsters and scams that are happening, basically based on really technology. We have registered several cases from when we usually come out to make these press conferences. Recently, there is a team of young men which was arrested from that side of Busoga, Iganga area. And these are people who have mastered the art of making accounts, social media accounts of prominent people. We have those impersonating Mama Fina. We have those impersonating Hamu Chigundu. We have those impersonating the first daughter, Karujire.
I don't know they have got any impersonating me.
And they put up captions that we help people, we give them scholarships, to register for such scholarships. They provide numbers in the inbox. And we have seen people giving in this money to start up investment schemes and all of that. Bibina, you find kadamas out there sending money. They earn without sleeping back in the country, but sending it to fraudsters. We have a mechanism in place where such accounts are, of course, working with Facebook, working with TikTok. UCC has put up that relationship where they work with these social media companies, and they provide this information, and of course, after giving them a court order, it is not forced. It is legally obtained, and they give us details about the owners, and the owners are traced from wherever they are and gotten if they are in the country. Now, if the person is out of the country, that is in a way becomes a bit hard, unless they're involved in a scam that is millions of shillings, rather dollars. We can liaise with Interpol and other agencies and have that person arrested and extradited in the country if we have an extradition treaty. But it is something that can happen to everyone. I'll tell you of a famous scam of a Nigerian man who sold an airport in Brazil to a Brazilian bank. The airport was never
Brazilian airport to a
Brazilian bank, and he's a Nigerian man. He was impersonating a governor of Nigeria, a bank of Nigeria, that side. So it is something that can happen to anyone. Like he said, sometimes
and
it might be ignorance.
Very embarrassing to tell.
Yes, people don't come out. Like many of these schemes that she's talking about, the apps. We had this thing called chicken what?
Chicken.
No, chicken. They would say you give them chicken, and then they help you raise the chicken and give you. I forgot the name they were using, but when you look at the cases that were registered, we have there people, MPs, who are invested in that business. We had there, okay, not ministers, but maybe because an MP can also be a minister. We had very, very prominent persons who were defrauded in that scheme, capital chicken. Yes, that capital chicken scam. A lot of prominent persons were defrauded. We've had a lot of telex free, a lot of scams that have come and gone.
Recently, there was one in Kasese. Was it Hat 8?
There is Hat 8 right now. We have actually issued a press statement today.
What has Hat 8 been doing?
So I'm told Hat 8 has come out today, the real Hat 8, and issued a statement that they don't have any offices in the country, Uganda. They don't have any person they have subcontracted to work for them in Uganda, that whoever, so I think someone created another website with the same name.
Like how Ash was saying.
And they are using that to, there is a real Hat 8. I think it's a cryptocurrency, some type of wallet. And another person has come out to create the same thing in the same name. And they have really taken Ugandan money. And people are actually not reporting these cases. We are also just hearing about them in, someone tells you Vianny, another tells you Vianny. They are not coming out to report these cases.
Those stories are always embarrassing.
Yes.
Let me go to Patience to tell us some of, those strategies that the youth can use. Hat 8, how can we avoid such things? How can we avoid these fraudsters and scammers?
You see, most of these things, they start with the people around us, more so in our families. For example, you can have a family group and you have this cousin of yours. Of course, family is family, blood and blood, and this cousin brings up the link. Let me say, URL is doing this, giving out money for free. Smanya over Bank of Uganda is giving out money. If you tap this link and put in your national ID or put in your Momo PIN, you'll get money. So you find that you're trusting this cousin of yours, you see the link moving in the group, then you tap in and you start. So it should start with the community itself, the community, the people around you. If you see someone going to do something wrong, talk to them. It will be upon them to fall into the trap. And also, we need to use psychology. You see at times, some things are natural, like really so natural, that you get a phone call and they'll tell you, hello, you've won money, I'm Brian Mulondo. Usually they use Brian Mulondo's name. I'm Brian Mulondo. This is Airtel. You've won this amount of money. Can you read the number? Can you read your number? You read your number. I'm going to send a message right now. Put in your PIN. Keyboard. Then you put in your PIN. At the end of the day, you find that
keyboard of the phone.
You lose everything. So, as you psychologically, you really feel like this is too good to be true, because if someone is sending you money, why would they ask for your PIN? Why would they ask you to put in a message immediately? Then others, they usually say that I've sent you money. I've sent money on your phone wrongly. It's not supposed to come to your phone. Can you put in your PIN and the money, or can you reverse the money back to my phone? Then you reverse the money. So such things can only be controlled by psychology. Psychologically, did you really send this person money, or did first confirm? Usually there are these applications that you can open up in courts of law. You go, you pay for filing fees, you present the ID, you call MTN what to freeze, and then you open up this application, you go and serve MTN, you serve Airtel, they approve, then you come back, they give you a court order and your money is
given. By the way, you are in court corridors. Are there fraudsters in the court corridors?
Yes, there are very many. You find that someone pays. No. I've never I've never defrauded someone of their money. That would be so painful. So you find that there are these lawyers. You go to a law firm, you walk into a law firm, you want a lawyer. You pay legal fees. You've not even seen the lawyer they are giving you. So for you, on the D-Day, you wait for the lawyer. You give this lawyer instructions, the lawyer gives the other one gives the other one instructions. So you find that the one they have given has not come. Or you find that you don't know your lawyer. So the man comes in court and says, I'm the lawyer. Or you find that there are these people who want bail. They say, I want bail. So you find some random man putting on a suit or a blazer, telling people, you people come to me, I will give you, I know how to get to the clerks. So what they do, they come closer to you, then they pretend like as if they're saying hi to you, to show those people that they're communicating.
That they are
so they get money from people, then at the end of the day, you find people losing, someone gives in 1.5 and they give them bail of 1 million and they're not able to pay. Why? They gave someone a broker. We really don't have court brokers. If you want bail, it's only given by a judicial officer. Not even a clerk can give you bail.
Could that be the reason people think courts are corrupt, yet it is the people who masquerade around?
Yes. So you as a person, like in Luganda they say, where would it starts with you. Why are you giving someone else money, yet they're not the judicial officer, yet they're not that account, they're telling you to pay too money for bail? And then the other one is it should start, maybe they should create something like banks should look at freezing some accounts they don't understand, because you find an account, they send all and the account immediately sends money to 5 accounts. So for you come here to the banks, Manya, you sent money, what if they check the account does not have money? So they should create something like a code, something where they can easily freeze money. And also people giving out their NIN numbers, their national IDs, giving them out here and there. Someone would just go register a new SIM card, say that using your card, maybe they pass through somewhere, they register using your card, they get a SIM card in your names, then they will say, you sent the money wrongly, send it to this line, then someone will send money to. So that's how people in businesses are getting losses like that.
I see.
Then also, there is something called, others do it through relationships. These relationships, maybe you want to date, you're desperate, you want to get married. Then someone says, send me this. Then you send. Then they say, if you don't send me money, I will unleash these things. So
that must be nudes.
Yes. So
they threaten to leak the nudes.
So you send money to them. So a lot of things are happening in this country.
That's an interesting perspective. Perhaps Luke will tell us whether that is an offense and how Ugandans could avoid that. But I want to come to Asha. I have so much feedback. I have not seen anyone saying Legit has defrauded them. We see many feedback. Moses, Ramadan Jovan, Eddie Edgar is appreciating Legit. Shira Tuheire, thank you, Mr. Asha. You are right. You are right. Most people are ignorant. Many of them don't. You are right. Most people are ignorant. Many of them don't go ahead to check what kind of visa they got for an employment. Shira Tuheire is saying that's why they end up being scammed in that way. Mark Triazaro appreciated Afande for bringing out the other perspective. Businga Deri is saying, as the current penalties under Uganda criminal law, are the current penalties under Ugandan criminal law severe enough to deter sophisticated fraudsters? Or is our legal framework falling behind modern scam technicalities, modern scam techniques? I think that one may go to Patience and Afande. Ramadan Jovan, who issued the operational license, yet you're saying we have functional institutions. Who issued operating license? You have not got to that. I know, Jovan, earlier on you were saying we don't have functional institutions, but this is not clear. On this panel, it is only Asha who can be declared 100%, but trusting the others is difficult. So he's saying only Asha should be trusted. But even me, you should trust me because I'm moderating this show right now. Then, thank you very much. Most of the other feedback is so much, we may not take the whole of it, but thank you, we see most of you. But let me go to Asha. They have given you 100%. I wanted to pick your mind on the strategies you employ. to ensure that you remain on the right track. But also, what you want to say to the colleagues who are in the recruitment agency, because as you can see, while you might get 100%, the others who are in the same field, they are saying they shouldn't get the same mark. So, what are those different things that you do at Legit?
Thank you. It's really a lot of hard work. We do a lot to be unique, and we are always ahead of the fraudsters. We do always know that there is a possibility of someone trying to impersonate us. So we put measures. We have physical offices spread across the country where we do encourage most people to walk in for services. We do discourage online transactions. We normally encourage people to transact through office. Then when it comes to office, we have a whole system. We have measures where everyone in office has to be on uniform, and they always have identification. They always have a tag. They always have an office and a table, so that in case someone is trying to impersonate, then they actually find it difficult to look like us. Then we do a lot of sensitization. We do brief. We do a lot of briefing to the people who reach out to us, and we always tell them to be cautious. Now that I have an opportunity, let me inform people out there, be cautious. Success is a journey. Don't try to take shortcuts, because most issues come from trying to take shortcuts. Avoid, and I repeat, avoid free things. What most of these fraudsters do, they bring out something either free or very cheap. Then you end up losing the little. You avoid.
They bring up things which are too good to be true.
Too good to be. Then the little you put, you end up losing it. So try to do a lot of verification before you actually go ahead to pay.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Afande to specifically take me through these two aspects. The first one is on the scheme which Patience talked about. The people who call us, I don't know that they have ever called you, because I know
no, that is,
they call us and say, hey, hello, I've sent money on you. Have you ever arrested one?
We have on several occasions arrested them, and if you want to find that out, you can go on our website, the Uganda Police website. Stories are there. In many cases, we have done those operations and made those arrests. They are particularly in areas of Salama, Machi India areas, and that's where we have a hotspot. If we try to do our triangulations, you find that they are basically based in those areas, and we have, they usually call them call. So we have made several arrests on that, and many are serving sentences, but that doesn't stop the act itself. So what we do is we have pushed the telecom companies to make sure that all lines that are basically not registered or registered in more numbers and are not verified should be put down. Recently we arrested some men in at a new taxi park who had lines, and these lines were being made from IDs, and the IDs were, the owners were not there. They had fingerprint readers. They had those machines where they take pictures and register the lines with the telecom companies. And we later on found that what they were doing is actually illegal. So it is something that we have to work together, especially with the telecom companies, to stop the vice of people just registering national IDs, forging fingerprints, and the system just accepts them there and then. So if you're out there and you lose your national ID, please report the case to the police. Because if we find that during our course of investigation that your national ID was used to register a line and the line was used to defraud someone, you'll be a suspect. If you lose your line, please report and have that line switched off. The line that was, because if you don't report and register a new line, the other line will keep on working. And in a way it will be used to defraud many other people. The investigations will lead us to you.
The other was on leaking private images and videos. How does police handle that? Is it an offense in any way?
Leaking private images and videos?
Yes.
Yes, we have seen a lot of people being, as many cases, we tend to use these phones of ours and we think they are safe. You will take a picture and the picture will be stored on Google, and you will assume that the picture is with you. So if you lose a phone and someone gets access to your Google account, which in many cases is easy to do, if the person has your phone number and they have your phone, it is very easy to have access to your Google account. They will get these pictures and they'll put you at ransom to have them given back to you or not to release them. So what we do is to trace, like we have always done, and in many cases we have been successful, but in also many cases we have not been successful. So many of those fraudsters out there. So protecting your personal data is very important.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to get our final remarks. I'm starting with Patience. You're going to give us your final remarks, and we have about a minute each.
So this thing of scamming and fraud should start with you yourself. How do you take yourself? Because someone cannot just send you a link and then you tap in, you put in your number, you put in your Momo, you put in your Airtel money. That means you can, if you can be scammed to that extent, that means you can't even save your life, because someone who takes money of you, or someone who takes land, let me say, takes your money and says, come and buy this land, very fast, it's going to be taken. That person can easily kill you, because that money you've worked hard for it and then they're just taking it away from you. And then in case you've gotten fraud, or you call these telecom companies and inform them as soon as possible, so they can freeze these accounts, and then you can open up applications and get court orders and get your money.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Patience. Over to you, Asha. But I had very many feedback, individuals who sent feedback to you. Like now we have Nakato Pauline is appreciating Legit, and Monica Virunji, she went abroad through Legit, and she's saying indeed it is legit. But you could give us your final remarks.
Thank you. I simply want to advise Ugandans to be more and more vigilant. I would want to appeal to Ugandans to avoid shortcuts and try to do verification so as not to fall victims of fraud. Thank you, and have a good night, viewers.
Thank you very much. That is important. Verification, very key. And over to you, Afande. Especially, I have feedback from Turiahebwa, one who says you have given good examples about Ponzi schemes and investment scams, such as those you've mentioned. And this distinction is especially relevant because a fraud scheme can look completely legitimate in the eyes of the person who is joining. As you give your final remarks.
Well, it is very important for us to guard our money jealously. Sometimes you have a lot of money and you don't know how to invest it or to keep it, and you want to keep it in land. But all those places are full of frauds. Everywhere you want to make an investment, there is a fraudster for that specific field. You want to buy a car, there is a person who will sell you a car that has fake parts, or it is stolen or something. So you need to be very, very careful. You need to be patient when you're doing an investment, and consult different people, consult different clients, so that you get to know which one is best for you before you make any investment. Yes.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being the good viewers, and thank you for those who have been able to send feedback on YouTube and on TikTok and all our social media handles. This evening we are discussing the topic fraud and scams inside the minds of the modern financial masterminds, and we hope that the panelists have been able to dive deeper into the minds of these fraudsters, and we are better persons than we were before this show. My name is Vianny Ayebare. I was very privileged to host Patience Nakitende, who is a court clerk. I was also very privileged to host Amanya Kajojo, who is a CEO of Legit Recruitment Consultants. And indeed, I was also very lucky to host Owoyesigire, the Deputy Police Spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan Police. The checkpoint will come to you again next week on Tuesday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Remember, take your time. Do not be under pressure. Think, first find out whether they are telling you is true. Otherwise, you might be a victim of a fraudster, and you'll have yourself to blame. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Still for television. Next is U24 Cinema. Good night. Night.